Hello, we're live on DSTV channel 421, GoTV channel 125, all social media platforms and around the world on myjoyonline.com. This is Election Brief. My name is Kenneth Jesse. Election Headquarters is brought to you by Petrosol, your clean fuel in full quantity, and the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants, the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants, Chopbox Technologies, a convenient service, and Youth Bridge Foundation, bridging the gap for positive youth development. Please stay tuned in. Well, hello again. The opposition National Democratic Congress will defeat the ruling New Patriotic Party in the December general elections. That's according to Fitch Solutions, the London-based firm, which has been consistent with its forecast since last year, argues that 54% of respondents surveyed tipped NDC candidate John Mahama to win in the upcoming presidential election. Mike Kruninga is an associate director, country risk at Fitch Solutions, and has been speaking on the media review for Sub-Saharan Africa.
I believe that the opposition National Democratic Congress, or NDC, has a stronger chance of winning the upcoming general election compared to the ruling party, the ruling New Patriotic Party, NPP. So recent polls consistently place the NDC ahead, with the most recent survey showing 54% of respondents favoring the NDC, as you can see the right-hand side chart. In addition, multiple surveys have shown that economic management and job creation are going to be the most important issues during the election for voters, which we believe will put the ruling NPP at a disadvantage given the economic challenges that the country has faced over the last couple of years.
Right, so let's have a conversation on the back of this, and I've been joined on the telephone lines by Kofi Tonto, who is the political aide to Vice President and flag bearer of the NPP, and also Godwin Edudzi Tamakloe is Director, Legal Affairs at the National Democratic Congress. Let me start with you, Mr. Kofi Tonto. Welcome to the show. Now, how is the NPP responding to this particular forecast by Fitch Solutions?
Well, first of all, thank you very much, and then to your listeners and to your viewers. As a party and as a campaign, we are yet to formally see the report, review it.
Kindly speak up so we can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Much better.
Okay, I'm saying that as a party, as a campaign, we are yet to officially review this report and take a decision on it or react officially to it. So you've seen aspects of it where the report discusses.
The voice has gone down again.
Hello?
Yes.
Is it better?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm saying that we've seen aspects of it where it talks about the economy, it talks about other African economies, it talks about the fact that incumbent governments will have difficulty going into the elections. And then it ascribes the reason to economy and then job creation. One thing that is very instrumental in the report is that it highlights the challenges confronting several African countries, including Ghana. And then it talks about how the economic challenges will impact the election.
Right.
As I've said, the campaign and then the party is yet to officially sit on it and review it. But the bottom line is this. Once there is a report, you always have to take it in good faith, analyze the critical aspects of the report, and see how you can take certain decisions and quickly make amends where necessary. So as a campaign and as a party, we'll take a look at the report. It's just preliminary as it stands. We'll take a look at the report.
Okay.
And then we'll take it from there.
Right. Now, the NDC's candidate, John Mahama, appears to have significant support. That is 54% according to the survey. How does the MPP plan to differentiate its candidate and policies to appeal to the electorate?
Yeah, I mean, 54% of respondents. So it's looking at the survey it did and what people said. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are saying NDC will get 54% in the election. But I think the most important thing is what you said. As a political party, as a government in power, what do you do based on the data to sort of make the necessary changes to assure the youth, to assure your populace of the confidence required that you have what it takes to change things around. When you read the report, one thing that is also instructive is that it says that even if the NDC wins the election, they can't really do much about the economy. And that they are going to have to stick to the direction that the country is already on, which is to stick to the IMF program and to continue with it. So, it tells you that it's not like the NDC is bringing anything credible to the table. It really speaks to the fact that people may be disgruntled because of the economic challenges.
Okay.
People, especially the young people, may be looking at job creation. Not necessarily that the NDC is offering anything meaningful or anything of value. So it's a reaction towards how people are feeling with the economy versus the alternative being superior or being substantive, or the alternative having anything concrete to turn things around. It goes to even buttress the point that I recently heard John Janapo saying that, for example, when it comes to the petrol prices, in the unfortunate event that they win, they can't really do anything about it to change the price.
Okay.
And the report buttresses that the government won't really, in the event that NDC wins, they can't really do much to change anything. So the report, as it stands now, per what we've seen or what I've read, is you should take it as a cautionary measure. Go to the people and explain to them that, look, sentimentally you may be feeling the hardship and all of that.
Right.
But the bottom line is that the people that are coming to you, asking you to vote for them, have nothing for you. Have absolutely nothing for you.
Okay.
Because they don't have anything to offer except that they are latching on the sentimental value to sort of clinch on and come to power.
Okay.
It is instructive that we let the people know that the NDC, as we've said countless times, remain an alternative. It remain a political party that's not the alternative. They don't have any solution. They don't have anything meaningful for the good people of this country. Lastly, what are the steps that we are taking?
I'll come to that, Mr. Tonto, but
Yeah.
let me also engage Edudzi Tamakloe of the NDC. Edudzi, welcome. Now, Fitch Solutions has predicted a win for the NDC in the upcoming elections. How is the party interpreting this forecast?
So, good afternoon to your viewers and your listeners as well. I must quickly point out that the work that Fitch Solutions had put out is consistent with the work that the Economic Intelligence Unit has equally put out. It is also consistent with the work of credible research institutions from the universities, from Global Info Analytics, among other things. we in the NDC, beyond the fact that set goals are consistent with what we are doing internally, we are also minded, right, to consider the fact that these polls serve as a guide for us. What they do is to provide the necessary catalyst for us to work harder, in fact, more harder than it is even expected. So we would say that these polls only complement the work that we are doing on the ground.
Okay.
We have activated all our polling stations, branches, constituencies to campaign as though, let me even say, we are even underdog. We want to campaign even more harder now than ever. Because you see, we appreciate the people we are dealing with. They don't play by the rules. They cannot be fair. They have the Electoral Commission on their side. They have other institutions on their side. We are alone. And so, we cannot go into the election with a mindset, quote unquote, or somebody who is pampered. No. We are going into this election with everything on the table. Every single thing on the table. And let me point out this. The next election is going to see almost 18 million Ghanaians deciding our MP and deciding the President of the Republic of Ghana. For us, the 7th December 2024 election is like Ghana's second independence. And we know wrestling power from the MPP, particularly listening to the rantings from Mr. Akufo-Addo, is not going to be a walk in the park. So we are putting everything on the line. Everything, everything. And so, whatever is coming from Fitch Solutions, for us, at best, should be complementary. It should be complementary.
Okay.
We are putting, once again, everything on the line as far as the 7th December 2024 election is concerned. It's about Ghana's second independence.
Right.
So you can imagine what the forebears of our country put in to rescue. This country requires urgent research.
Right.
Urgent research.
Okay.
And that is exactly what our mindset is.
Right, Mr. Tamakloe, I'll come back to you. Let me go back to Tonto. Tonto, I believe you heard the remarks that have been made by Tamakloe saying that the December polls is like an independence wrestle. What's your response to that?
An independence what?
It's like we're fighting for our independence once again. That's what he said.
How can we fight for an independence with an incompetent person? Fighting for our independence, for Mahama to do what exactly? Look, Edudzi should just stay away from the flowery words and stick to the issue at hand. John Mahama has been a president before, and Ghanaians have seen his handiworks. John Mahama is nothing new. So fighting for our independence, for what exactly? As if John Mahama is a savior. As if John Mahama is the hope. When even asked that is he the hope, he said he's not sure he's the hope. You've been in opposition for 8 years. You are struggling to even explain your main policy. Your main policy. You are struggling to explain it. You want to tell Ghanaians and hoodwink us to thinking that we are under some slave trade or under some oppression or some degree of colonialism, and somehow you are coming to save us. Save us from what exactly? yes, we agree that there are challenges. We agree that the world over, economic challenges abound. When you read the report vindicated the government that the challenges confronting Ghana is not unique. It's all over. We've said this so many times. Somehow, the NDC wants us to think that it's not true, that Ghana stands out and we are the only country going through difficulties.
Okay.
I'm sure you read the report, and the report said Ghana is not alone in this. And the world over, incumbent governments are going through challenges.
Okay.
Challenges. It talks about inflation. It talks about currency challenges all over. So at least the reports vindicate us that indeed the government of Ghana has not lied to the people when it says that the challenges we are facing is global.
Right.
And it's not peculiar to Ghana.
Okay.
So
Okay, Mr. Tonto, thank you very much for that point there. But let me wrap up with you, Mr. Tamakloe. How important do you think external forecasts like those from Fitch Solutions are to, our elections and shaping public perception and voter behavior?
Fitch Solutions Economic Intelligence Unit, this is not the first time they are putting out those numbers. These numbers, Fitch Solutions has no interest in the elections in Ghana.
Okay.
Same as the economic intelligence. These are institutions that are detached from sentimental, emotional, or whatever association to any of the political parties in the country. So their reports comes out with a lot of credibility. But that said, I was listening to my brother Kofi Tonto. What is not in doubt is that today, the flag bearer of the MPP was the poster boy of the MPP on how to resurrect an economy. His scorecard today is a collapsed economy. His scorecard today is unemployment moving beyond 40. In 2016, the man he claimed is incompetent has 8% unemployment rate. The man he, Kofi Tonto, is campaigning for has taken unemployment to double digits, 14%. Curious, the region with the highest unemployment rate in Ghana is Northeast, where Dr. Bawumia hails from. The accounts have a say. Kwate Kwaso Obema Ntuma, the dean said, look, Bawumia has demonstrated that he has no clue as to how to revive the economy. The Ghana cedi today is trading beyond 15 Ghana cedis to $1. No government had given Ghanaians a painful haircut than Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and his boss, Dr. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So if you look at the scorecard of Mr. Akufo-Addo together with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, it is disaster, economic pain. That economic pain cannot be resolved by calling John Mahama names.
Right. Mr. Tamakloe, I'm afraid for the sake of time, we have to end the conversation here. But thank you very much for your time this afternoon. politics, and as you just saw in your shots, the NDC flag bearer John Mahama is touring parts of the Greater Accra region, and my colleague Maxwell Agbagba is on the beat and joins me with more. Maxwell, that was an enthusiastic welcome for the flag bearer. Where was this recorded, and how was the engagement there? Hello, Maxwell, can you hear me? Yes, I'm saying that was a very enthusiastic...
I can hear you.
Where has it been?
Well, we're coming to you live from the University of Ghana campus, where John Mahama, the NDC flag bearer, John Mahama, is expected to address students of the University of Ghana campus. Those you can see in the background right now, I'm singing are students from the Commonwealth Hall here at the University of Ghana. Earlier, the NDC flag bearer, John Mahama, was in the Balishi community where he interacted with traditional leaders and residents of the community. Key amongst the things that he talked about was the Ayaso West Wogon election brutalities. He has been promising the traditional leaders and the residents that if the NDC is elected into power, they would ensure that the victims are compensated. Another thing he also talked about is vigilance during the December elections. He said the NDC has to be very vigilant in the upcoming elections. He said that preferably, and he stressed on the word preferably, he would wish that graduates, university graduates, will be made to monitor the election as polling agents. He stressed on the word preferably because he says that other people are also competent, to monitor the elections for the party, but it's important for them to keep their eyes open because elections get complicated every day. Another thing he talked about was also, he touched on the recent comment by the NPP's running mate that President Akufo-Addo is the best president we've had, even better than Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Well, he says that claim by the NPP running mate Macho Poku Prempeh is evidence of the fact that the party is oblivious of the current circumstances that we find ourselves. But also, the Fitch Solutions prediction of victory for the NDC has also come up strongly. And some of the people here have been commenting on that. Many of them who have been speaking to say they are not surprised by the prediction of Fitch Solutions, London-based research and data firm Fitch Solutions, their prediction that John Mahama is likely to win the elections in December with more than 50%. Many of them say they are not surprised because of what they say is the economic hardship and what they term as misgovernance. Let me speak to some of the party sympathizers here who have been making these claims that they are not surprised. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Mimi.
We are live on Joy News. You're telling me that you're not surprised by Fitch Solutions research that John Mahama is likely to win the elections?
It's not likely. He is winning the election. Period. Nothing. You can't tell us anything. That is the fact. We are choosing experience. You understand? That is the fact. Nobody can tell us anything. There is a man whose record has lived before him. You understand? And that is what Ghanaians want. We don't want people who can talk. You understand? We want people who can do the work. And that is JM for you. He has won. Hands down.
What's your name? Miriam. Okay. Some of the people we've been speaking to have been pointing to what they say is economic mismanagement, general hardship in the country, and what they say is misgovernance. Why are you so convinced that indeed he's going to win the elections?
Because he has lived before. He has done the work before, you understand. In his time, yes, we are not saying he is perfect. We are telling you that this is a man whose records speak after him. This is a man that when you give the nation to him, he won't tell you that this is this is that. He is living after it. You give him the work, he shows you this is what I have done. This is proof that he has.
Let me hear from...
He's an excellent leader. He's done it before, he will do it again. And there is proof. We don't talk, we don't gibberish. We show working. And he's going to win the elections. He's going to do it. And he's going to do it again.
Why are you so convinced?
I believe in him.
Okay.
Obi Kasa, no, the Kasano. The current government has failed us. He has failed us. He has failed us. Like F9 failed.
F9 failed. Not even E8. F9 failed. They have failed us miserably.
Ain't working. He will say, "Okay, so my proof. Am I enough proof? Am I enough proof?" You understand?
He's coming again. We are tired of the lights. We are tired. The lights are in.
So, can these are some party sympathizers who we've been speaking to here in the Yaso West constituency, reacting to Fitch Solutions' prediction that John Mahama is likely to win the December elections. What you can see in the background right now, we're waiting for John Mahama, who will soon be addressing the students who are gathered here. Earlier, he visited his former room at the Commonwealth Hall, where he interacted with some of the students.
Thank you very much, Maxwell. Now, the Wa East Constituency Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, Yakubu Jandao, says the party is not relying on the weaknesses of the new Patriotic Party to win the 2024 general elections. Instead, the NDC plans to focus on pro-poor policies and programs to improve the people's lives. Jandao highlighted key initiatives such as the 24-hour policy promoted by the party's flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, the reduction of fuel prices and the reintroduction of the fertilizer subsidy program. He made these remarks during a walk of Guripe aimed at attracting first-time voters to the party. Joy News' Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam reports.
Constituency Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, Yakubu Jandao, the aim of the walk is to interact and sensitize first-time voters in the Guripe Mangwe enclave, considered as the stronghold of the party. It is also to energize the base of the party for them not only to retain the Wa East parliamentary seat, but also gives a resounding victory for the NDC in the 2024 polls. He said the NDC is not banking their chance of winning the 2024 general elections based on the weaknesses of the new Patriotic Party, NPP, but on policies and programs that they believe will turn the economic fortunes of the people.
As you see, we've been on the ground, we've been working. Our MP in White has been working. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has been working. All party faithfuls have been working. So merely predicting the NDC will win does not suggest that we should sit down and relax. We are doing a lot to ensure that the vote margin is so huge. We will defeat them in such a way that they will not even think about breaking the election in any way.
The NDC party faithful started a 5-kilometer walk from Guripe and ended at Mangwe and later addressed by the leadership of the party. NDC Wa East Communication Officer Aziz Zonla and a member of the Go for the South 2024 group, Ras Mubarak, shared their thoughts on why the NDC.
Well, thank you very much for being a part of the show this afternoon. My name is Kenneth Jesse. For more news, you can log on to myjoyonline.com. Bye for now.